Hi, everybody. Dave Clark, InspectCheck-net. Today, we're going to talk about software tutorial video number 10 in our series. I'm going to talk about three things: data collection, categories, and subcategories, description and explanation of condition, EOC comments, we call them, category, subcategory, section completion buttons. So we're going to go through this, and hopefully we'll clarify any questions you have on that. Okay, so we open this report that's almost done, but not quite done yet. And we just want to talk a little bit about some of the way that we collect the data. So right now we're showing the contract. We do have overview. So in attendance, I already put cloudy, occupancy, and we could say vacant. And anything you want to put in there, maybe I can spell it right. Anything you want to put here. So let's go to the roof system. We see that everything else is done, and so it's checked in green. So we know that there's two things left here in the roof, and then these are our categories at the top. That tells us there's two left. These are all done, and those two, where can we find these two categories? Well, they happen to be right here, right? And we can see how everything is close together, but when we click on it, it opens up and then shows us the default text. Okay, so this is InspectCheck's default text here, but you can add whatever you want, right? So you can add, a single ply membrane. We might put rear addition because that's where it was noted. Or we could take this whole thing out and put our own thing. The other thing we talk about too is these are our explanation of conditions. These is our standard default template. But of course, you can use any template you want. When we look at the templates here, and we can see that when we pop on this, templates pop up, and they're definitely not popping up. So we don't know why. And so there's that. So all we have to do is click on a template here, and all the different templates that we have. None are default is what we're using right now, but we could change that. Again, we've talked about this before, and we said the best time to do that is when you're starting a report. If you do it after you've completed a report like this, you have to go back and find everything you checked and then uncheck it. And then when you recheck it, it'll be with the new default, or with the new template, I mean. But we really don't recommend you do that. It's a lot of extra work, and you might forget some areas. So add that template you want before you get started, whether you're creating the report or if you're in the view here and you haven't added anything like that. A lot of our text is automatically included in the report. The text is based on the template you choose, and you can edit the text for the report. So even if you put your own template in here and you decide, I want to change that, that's not exactly what I want, you can do that, right? All this text can be changed. Just because we say this is composite, this is what we like, doesn't mean that you need to do that. So, many reports out there, they have boilerplate statements without giving your client detailed advice. Your client is left to interpret the report, which could lead to a costly misunderstanding. Looking at confusing symbols or check boxes doesn't constitute a valid explanation or explanation of conditions. InspectCheck provides clear, detailed, professionally written descriptions that put the home inspection process in perspective for the client. Your client will understand the inspection procedure and report. The other thing we have too, something that we don't talk a lot about, but let's say you go to the other box and you want to talk, right? Voice to text. You click here, and on your device, you'll have the little microphone, or if you're on a laptop, there'll be a little microphone in the bottom. Click on that microphone, and that will automatically put the text in here, and it's very good. InspectCheck does also have spell checker. It's important to note. So I'll show you here. If we just go like that and come off of there, you're going to see you're going to get a little red box. So people like me definitely need spell checker. So pictures, we talk about pictures and how you can add photos. Very simple. Just click here. If you're out in the field, you say upload. You're going to have a couple of options here. If you click on upload and you're in the field on a mobile device, it's going to say to you, do you want to take the picture now? And so you can do that. You can just take the picture and it'll toggle right back to the report. You can also upload from your device, whether it's in your pictures already on your laptop. Standard library, these are our pictures that we have in here on our graphics and a company library, and we already showed how we added these too. So you can add your own in that company library. Very nice. So we see how these numbers descend. And let's just take a look at how this works. So as we go through, we check it and we said, okay, that's what we want. So we mark complete. Notice how that goes down to 3 when I hit mark it complete. And we're going to say the roof is shed style because we already said that rear. And we're going to mark it complete down to 2, right? How did I look at it? Well, let's say a drone. We used a drone to look at it, down to 1. And we're going to say cut the branches away and repairs and patching noted. The covering is nearing its expected serviceable life. It's pretty much that easy. And the explanations automatically pop up. Now that goes down to 0. So we're going to go over to roof structure, right? And we'll say other. We check the other box. Maybe not all areas are able to be viewed, unable to view for whatever reason, whatever you check. Mark that complete. See, we have 1 section left and 1 area. So what are the conditions of those? So we're going to say, there's some movement noted, right? And we can type in here, rear area, front area, whatever you want to do. Mark that section complete, and voila, here's what we got. Look at that roof system. Everything is done. Everything looks great. Okay, let's go over to comments, and we can see right here we can add whatever comments we want. Anything you want to write in there, whatever you want. Let's talk about attachments for a minute. It's a really great feature here. So we want to upload a cover photo. This will also give you the option to take the photo right at that moment, or in this case, we're not going to be able to do that because we're just going to add that. We'll say, because we don't, we're doing it on a desktop, but if we were doing it on a mobile, we can easily add that. And we see that now the cover photo tells you what it is. Another great feature is attachments. So what type of attachments could you add here? Well, we got you covered there too. We can choose from our library. And let's say, electric service, for instance, and we have an issue with knob and tube wiring, or we have the new aluminum wiring, or repairing aluminum wiring. One of my favorites. I use this one all the time. So we find aluminum wiring in the house. What can the client do? We're going to give them this professionally written text, and we like to go to the link only, and that'll take them to a link where we house it for you. That keeps the report short and gets them where they want to go. What about another attachment? What about something else from our computer? So we're going to upload one. We'll go to our desktop, right? And let's take a look out. We got a radon report. Let's insert that in there too. Okay. We always have radon reports, wood destroying insect reports, or things like that. And we can just add that right in there, right there. And the radon report will show up right there. Very simple, full text. It's usually going to be a full text because it's not going to be housed anywhere. It's that simple. So when we're all done, we got our cover photo in, we've got our link for repairing aluminum wiring, everything is checked. We've added our radon report. We just click finalize, save the report, and that's it. Now remember, just because the report is finalized doesn't mean we can't go back and view and edit it, because we can. We can also download the PDF, and we could send this right out directly as an email. We always recommend you download it as a PDF and send it as an attachment from your company email, because this will come from us, InspectCheck. So 2 things. 1, your client might not recognize it. The email client may stop it too or perceive it as spam. So we recommend you download the PDF, attach it to your personal email, and send it out that way. So I hope that helped you out. Just to show you real quick how to collect the inspection data very easily. Just point and click. So simple with InspectCheck. Our next tutorial, video 11, is going to talk more about our report editor and changing templates while editing a report. And then we'll go to tutorial video 12. Also our report editor series, collecting and managing photos. You're going to like that too. Makes it real simple. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.